2008 was the hardest year of my life. And I went through more in a year that most people, if they're lucky enough, never go through in their lifetime. In March of 2008, in the middle of my spring semester, on a Tuesday afternoon, I got a phone call. It was my grandma, and she never really called me, but she said, "You need to come over. Just come over, just come to the house." And I knew something was up. Get in my car and I call my family in Las Vegas. And my neighbor answers the phone. And I knew something was wrong. And I say, "Let me talk to someone in my family." And he puts my brother on, which again, bad sign. I mean, "John, tell me what's going on. What happened? Why is Mr. Brown at our house? Tell me what's going on." And he tells me, "Joe's dead. My stepdad, the man who practically raised me, is gone." He was just gone. And my world fell apart. And by 5 a.m. the next morning, I was in Las Vegas, drove all night with my grandma, and my stepdad was really gone. A couple weeks after that, I flew to Texas. I was there about 24 hours for the funeral. Met family members of Joe's I'd never met before and said goodbye. And I thought that was, the end. It was, time to get through it. That'd be it. And then in August of 2008, I'm at work. My grandma walks in. She pulls me aside. My bosses say, "No, go, take a break." She tells me that my mom has been in a car accident and that a drunk driver came across the side of the road and plowed into her car on her side, and that she was in the hospital. And again, took off, got to the hospital. She had a punctured lung. She had 3 broken ribs. The car was totaled. Like, the paramedics didn't even know, were surprised that she lived. So within 3 months, I lose my stepdad, and I almost lose my mom. And then 6 months after that, again, I get a phone call. I don't even remember who it's from anymore. And my dad had a stroke. And my dad is in the hospital. My dad and I hadn't talked for 9 months after my stepdad had died. And now again, I'm potentially losing one of my parents. Again, I take off to Vegas, and he's okay. But it's just, you don't know what it's like unless you've been there. 365 days to lose a parent and then almost lose 2 more parents. It's the hardest thing I've ever been through, and I would never wish it on anyone.